Hello everybody, it's Totvus from New Edibox, and welcome guys to your 19th HTML5 tutorial. So guys, we're almost at the 20th, some sort of a small milestone, but still one to go. So guys, for those of you who follow my tutorials, you know that I'm introducing you step by step to all the most important tags in HTML5 that are practically usable and useful for website building techniques. So guys, keeping the tradition, I'm going to introduce you to quite a few tags in this tutorial. And one of the first tags that I want to introduce you to guys is the form tag. Now the form tag guys is used to create an HTML form for user input. You know that in my last tutorial I've shown you how to build in the input type form and input fields where the user can enter a name and surname. And this is exactly the same form that we are going to use during this tutorial, but it is going to have one added feature that I want you to know and I want you to learn guys during this one. So let's go ahead and build first of all the fields for our user to put in the data, where our user could put in the data. So I'm typing the type will be the text, then name is the first name. So I will explain to you guys what the name and value means. Just give me a moment while I'm building it, and you will see the awesome result. Let's go ahead and copy this entire line now, and now okay guys, now we have to change the name part of the name and value here to the last name. Okay guys, so just to tell you where is what and what is what, guys, we have to build one more thing, and that thing is the submit button. And by typing in submit, I'm telling my browser that it will be a submit button with the value of submit on it. Okay guys, so now just to shortly to explain to you, the name is basically the field that the external document, which I'm going to enter within a moment, will receive as the data that our user or visitor of our website will enter. Then the last name is the field that will store the data of the last name of our user. So now guys, you would surely ask the question, where the heck is the external file, does the external file goes? Now guys, it goes in the form tag, in the opening tag of the form, and we have to have a form built in with ASP. Now guys, I'm not going to go into building ASP form here because it's not the part of the HTML5 tutorial, but I'm going to cover it in ASP tutorials. So make sure to stick with that. But as for this moment, it is going to have only the functionality of input fields, but no external form where to store the data, because if we hit the submit button, the program would transfer the data to our server to the form, which is form.asp. So guys, let's go ahead and run this bit of a code on our side, and you can see that we have the first name field, last name field, submit button, and the pre-selected values that we have. So you can enter your name here, I'm entering mine, and if we would have the form.asp file formed on our server, after hitting the submit button, the data would be sent to that form, and then we would have the data of the user. So that's about it, guys, for the form. For the form tag that I wanted to introduce to you. Now, guys, the next tag that I want to introduce to you is the tag of HGROUP. Now, I'll explain the HGROUP tag in my tutorial in HTML4, but however, I would like to explain it once more during this one. Now, guys, what the HGROUP tag stands for. HGROUP tag basically groups all of the headers in your website. So say, guys, you have an article where you have a header of say H3. You have two headers that you want to be orderly grouped on your site. So let's just type it in and let's make an example, practical example where what we could do with it. Now, let's say food section of your website where you have articles about food. Let's say food section, and what are the fruits good for? And that's it. And guys, now HGROUP tag will group those two headers into one neat group, and then of course we keeping the rules of good housekeeping. Let's say we want to have some text in there. Apples, oh no, carrots are not fruits, are they? Peaches and pears. So let's go ahead and run it on our site and see what we get. So guys, the food section and what are the fruits good for, these two sentences are treated as the headers, and they are grouped by HGROUP tag, which groups it in one whole neat section. So guys, so HGROUP basically is used a little bit more for good so-called housekeeping rules. So guys, now the next tag that I want to introduce you to today is the tag for I tag. Now, what the I tag does, guys, I tag is simply the tag that would italicize your text. So say, guys, we want to say that the peaches and pears are a little bit more important than apples in this case for us, and we want to tell our user as well and our reader that the peaches and pears are a little bit more important. So we would embed it in between the I tags, and let's go ahead and refresh it and see what effect that we get. You see, guys, that we have the peaches and pears in italic text. So that's what the I tag does. It's pretty neat and quite convenient tag to use for everyday text formatted purposes. Okay, guys, so now I'm about done with I tag. And let's go ahead. If we still okay, guys, I'm gonna skip to the next tutorial because I can see that the next tag needs a little bit longer explaining, and I'm not gonna make it within this tutorial. So thanks, guys, for sticking with me for this tutorial. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you like the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.